I'm a member of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints.
And I'm a member of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints.
And we are converts.
You are going to react to Ex-Mormon content.
We got to be prepared.
Say that one more time.
I left the Mormon church and I saw that everything that I was ever taught, or a lot of the things that I was taught, were not true, and that I was deceived, and that I was used, and that I was misled. Man, it was painful, because it felt like the ultimate violation. I felt so betrayed. You pour a lot into the religion that you believe in, whatever it is. And specifically the church that you go to. You spend a lot of time, you spend money tithing, you sacrifice a lot to be a member of these churches, truly. And so, I got married in the temple. I did the whole thing. Wore garments for 8 months, did the whole thing. So it's like I built my whole life around that church. And then it all fell apart and crumbled before my eyes, and I learned that none of it was even true anyways. And that was so terrible for me in so many ways.
Okay, I think her video was more emotional, less bashful. I was expecting something more something rude. I don't understand where she said it wasn't true. I don't understand how she learned that it wasn't true though. I'm assuming she has some kind of church hurt, which I understand, but
I mean, honestly, everybody has their bad experiences with things, and is it members that have their own bad experiences? Yes. I think it's more of a sense of, some speculations or some specs of things that, you find out to not be true, or you was just falsely taught, which that really falls back on the people, not the church as a whole. So it goes back to show you that the truth in the church is true, but the people, there's people like that everywhere. So.
Right. I understand that there's a lot of church hurt, there's a lot of ex-Mormons, but I wonder if it has something to do with the way that the people treated her. I don't know. I wonder if it has something to do with other members, because just because you have a bad experience with another member, that doesn't mean that the church isn't true. Oh, I've seen this girl before. I blocked this girl because she kept coming on my For You page.
Oh, man.
I'm trying to figure out how that makes you happy.
All right. See, I understand that a little.
See, that's crazy. That's crazy. Not Joseph.
I ain't never been big into coffee, so.
This one's wild. Why is she?
Yeah. Facts. No.
The temple clothing is crazy. That's why I blocked this girl, because she posts way too much sacred things. Somebody needs to get this girl off TikTok. I'm not even gonna lie.
After watching this clip, do you feel educated? Do you feel uplifted? Do you feel happy?
How I feel about it? I feel sorry for her. I do. Because at the beginning it said things I do that make me feel happy as an ex-Mormon. And then she does everything that a typical Mormon wouldn't do. Drink coffee, wear immodest clothing, put her temple clothing on a TikTok.
How do y'all feel about putting a sacred garment on social media?
I haven't even been endowed yet. I've never seen that. And I don't know. I just feel like it's disrespectful, regardless if you're ex-Mormon or not. I feel like every religion should have its, every religion should be respected.
Facts. No, 100%. I'm excited to get my G's. I'm not going to disrespect it like that by just putting them on social media, It's not for everybody to see. That's why they're undergarments.
Oh, I don't like this girl either. I swear I blocked these people.
Dr. Phil, though.
No, but the girl that's right there, I blocked her.
So I'm going to say Dr. Phil good.
I don't care if it's Dr. Phil. I blocked that girl.
I debated Dr. Phil on his show as an ex-Mormon and agnostic on a panel about the decline of religion in America, and things got a little spicy.
If I may take us back to the intro, Dr. Phil, you keep saying that religion is objectively beneficial because of the facts, the statistics, the science. I think it's interesting to emphasize the facts in one instance, but then in the instance of God, to choose to emphasize something like belief when there isn't the facts ultimately to prove it. And it feels a bit condescending, to be frank, to feel like being told at every turn that we are missing something, that our lives are empty. That feels like the judgment that I felt in a huge way, because that's not true. I know who I am. I know my experience. I know what fulfills me and what enriches my life. And I guess I just don't appreciate, while I can respect that that belief is so wonderful for you, I don't appreciate being told that that belief needs to be the same for me. I have a question for him as well.
Well, no, let me respond. You have to do what you think is right for you. I haven't told you what to do.
Have you?
I haven't said you need to do this, you need to do that. I'm just telling you what the data suggests. And in my view, there is no conflict between science and faith. I mean, you can't look at your brain, but you know it's there.
See, that Dr. Phil right there. That's what I'm saying. And like, lady, I'm gonna just be honest with you. You a little too woke, but sometimes, you know, the devil can, you know, blind us so much to where he can manipulate us to do his will without him even moving a muscle. So you know what? I'm gonna pray for you. I'm gonna keep you in my prayers.
So I did like how she said that I respect y'all's belief. I respect that this works for y'all, but I just don't appreciate people telling me that it doesn't work for me. But I have seen her other videos, and I know she does a thing like that because she does bash on the church still. She definitely, like, every time I watch these videos, I just want to know what like experience they had with the church. I definitely think that when you are closest to God, when you are, like, I've heard people say, like, when you're about to get your patriarchal blessing, the adversary is gonna try its hardest to turn you the other way. And so I kind of want to say that, like, I don't know, the adversary worked hard on this one, I guess.
Man.
Gosh.
Worth it. It's just not worth it. Goodbye, everyone. I'll remember you all in therapy.
I think me personally coming to the LDS church, I've never been this happy. I've never been this connected with the people that I'm around. I've never been this close to Jesus Christ, which is awesome, by the way. But I don't know, every time I see these videos, I'm just like, well, what did she go through to what did she go through to be able to say something like that?
I mean, everybody have their own bad experience. You know, shout out to SpongeBob. We got a lot of SpongeBobs in the LDS community, but we also do have our fair share of planktons. And unfortunately, that's the case in this review. You know, we got this plankton right here. So I'm gonna just keep you in my prayers, shawty. I'm gonna keep you in my prayers.
We're praying for you, Plankton. We're praying for you. Make sure you subscribe to the channel for more React videos.
Hey, make sure you subscribe to the channel for more React videos.
It's becoming tough. I go and I don't leave feeling good or edified. And so I was like, let me not go. And I didn't go one Sunday, and I was like, this is amazing. I was like, amazing. The time I had, the sleep was great. I was just like, this is just so good. But I feel like a lot of the things I believe still heavily relate to a lot of my upbringing, but I've kind of just like taken them into my own hands and then adjusted according to what works for me. And so I feel like some people are like, oh, when did you leave the church? And I was like, I don't know if I ever like left. I felt like I just started living life in a way that makes sense for me, doing my own thing. And then I'll like look across the board and be like, oh, we've kind of grown apart a little bit. Like we're kind of in different places. And then I like live my life and do my own thing. And then I look and I'm like, oh, like I feel very, like we're in very different places. And that's not like we're in different places. I'm like looking down. It's just like, hey, that doesn't work for me. And that's okay. And I know there are some people, a lot of people that works really well for. And like, that's okay. Like do what works for you.
All right, let me lock in right quick. See, I've been having a lot of feedback, you know, on the African American aspect of the LDS community. And me personally, I mean, when he said, do what works best for you, I agree with that, but only if it stays within like the doctrine. So like with me, like I do certain things that's a little bit different, but it's not in a way of like, oh, he's breaking covenants. No, it's not like that. And I see why a lot of African Americans have like bad things to say about the LDS church, because from that aspect, especially the one that he's talking about, like he don't pay attention to the church anymore. He just see how far it grows away from him. And, you know, in a way, Satan is taking a little bit control, I feel like. But for the most part, everybody has their own experience. And for me personally, everybody that's listening, I'm having a great experience so far. So please join me, my African Americans.
This kind of inclined me to meet an ex-Mormon and to like hear their experience respectfully, of course. Like, I'm not trying to, you know, I just want to know. They seem like they still respected it, but they chose to leave it. I don't know. It just inclines me to get to meet an ex-Mormon.
Ex-Mormons are gonna watch this. After watching some of these people's lives and how they've left the Mormon church, as a convert, what do you have to say to the ex-Mormons after watching this kind of content?
Oh, hey, I'm just gonna be completely honest. I'm gonna rip the Band-Aid off. I mean, if you got a problem, you know, with the church or with me personally, you know, feel free to DM me at any time, or, you know, just comment. You know, I'll see it anyway, so we can talk through this.
I think first of all, I just want to say I'm sorry that y'all feel that way. I do appreciate the people that are being respectful about the church, but I definitely think that I have a couple names to add to my prayer list. And this is crazy, but I know that a lot of people that grew up in the church, I think even they lack a lot of knowledge. And I think, like, you think so too?
And tasting food. Tasting food also. If you want good food, you know,
come to Mississippi.
Oh yeah, come to Mississippi
come
too.
to Louisiana. Billie Jean will get you right.
Hey, I'll cook for you if you come to Mississippi. I'll cook for you personally.
You become who you hang around. So if you're around 4 Mormons, you're the 5th one. That's for sure. But I think getting to know the people, getting to know members and feeling God's love through them helped me join the church a ton. That helped me grow my testimony. And I think I will always be grateful for the people that I know, including you, Ty, including you.
You know what? Acts chapter 13, verse 9. That's all I got to say. Honestly.
Oh, okay. The book is blue and the church is true.
No, what? Yeah,
Mic
yeah,
drop?
yeah.
Mic
I mean,
drop?
Saul converted to Paul, you know. All right, we done. We gone.